Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today's topic is from Quality Project Management, Part 7. Please remember, wear a mask to protect yourself and others. Keep social distancing and use sanitizers when and where necessary. The next topic is QFD, that is Quality Function Deployment. QFD is focused methodology for carefully listening to the voice of the customer and then effectively responding to those needs and expectations. First developed in Japan in the late 1960s as a form of cause and effect analysis, QFD was brought into the United States in the early 1980s. The average consumer today has a multitude of options available to select from for similar product and services. Most consumers make their selection based upon a general perception of quality or value. Consumers typically want the most bang for their buck. In order to remain competitive, organizations must determine what is driving the consumer's perception of value or quality in a product or service. They must define which characteristics of the product, such as reliability, styling, or performance, form the customer's perception of quality and value. Many successful organizations gather and integrate the voice of customer, or VOC, into the design and manufacture of their products. Or in other words, it's a method of transferring consumer needs and requirements into technical specifications for new products and service development. In other words, it's a process and set of tools used to effectively design the customer requirements and convert them into detailed engineering specifications and plans to produce the products that fulfill those requirements. The 4 stages of development process, like design, analysis, development, and full launch. Here, first the design, second the analysis, third the development, and fourth full launch. In the development, it in the design, the development of strategy, idea generation and screening, service package or product architecture formulation, and production feasibility. The analysis phase, detailed review of market potential and production cost. If the service or product is not profitable, then we will go back to the design phase again to rethink or to redesign. Development phase, detailed specification, process design, marketing program design, personal training, testing, and pilot runs. And in full launch, market promotions, sales personnel, drift, distribution process activated, old services or products withdrawn, production of new offering, and ramp out. Why we need to implement quality function deployment? Effective communication is one of the most important and impactful aspects of any organization's success. QFD methodology effectively communicates customer needs to multiple business operations throughout the organization, including design, quality, manufacturing, production, marketing, and sales. This effective communication of the voice of the customer allows the entire organizations to work together and produce products with the high levels of customer perceived data. Where does QFD fits? We can tell QFD fits everywhere. So QFD, capturing or applying customer data. Capturing and applying customer data. How do we define a customer? So a customer is the one who must be satisfied with the product in order for the product to be considered successful. For defining the customers, the users who are concerned with the functionality, management who is concerned with the financial and strategic issues, distribution and purchasing agent who are concerned with the purchase transaction and availability issues, internal workers who are concerned with how the product will affect the quality of their work life. So in order to capture customer requirements, we can have some techniques like one-to-one customer interviews. Interviews can be again classified into structured interview and unstructured interview. In structured interview, the questions will be pre-prepared. The time and location also will be allocated in advance. Whereas that of in unstructured mode of interview, there is no preparation of questions, there is no particular location, there is no particular time where and when they will meet the customer, and that is the client, and the designer meets to each other, or the quality manager meets to each other, or the quality representative meets to each other. They will discuss about these questions. Then second one, focus group and in context consumer or the customer visits. How we can prioritize the requirements? We can prioritize the requirements by arranging the priorities of the customer, like importance to the customer, our current product, competitor 1 and competitor 2 for comparison, our future products, improvement factor, overall performance, and percent importance. See, there are several additional benefits of using quality function deployment, like consumer or customer focused, voice over customer competitor analysis, shorter development time and lower cost, structure and documentation. Companies must bring new and improved products to market that meets the customer's actual wants and needs while reducing the development time. QFD methodology is for organizations committed to listening to the voice of customer and meeting their needs. Then, different mode of operations. Four-phased approach. Translate the customer wants into design characteristics. Translate the design characteristics into part characteristics or specific components. The part characteristics or specific components into product characteristics. Finally, the product characteristics into production controls or quality plan. That is, the quality function deployment methodology is a four-phased process that encompasses the activities throughout the product development life cycle. A series of metrics are utilized at each phase to translate the voice of the customer to design the requirements for each system, subsystem, and component. The four phases of QFDs are product definition. The product definition phase begins with the collection of VOC and translating the customer wants and needs to product specifications. Second, product development. During the product development phase, the critical parts and assemblies are identified. Process development. During the process development phase, the manufacturing and assembly process are designed based on product and component specifications. And process quality control. Prior to production launch, the QFD process identifies critical part and process characteristics. The process parameters are determined and appropriate process controls are developed and implemented. In addition, any inspection and test specifications are developed. Full production begins upon completion of process capability studies during the pilot build. Effective use of QFD requires team participation and discipline inherent in the practice of QFD, which has proven to be an excellent team building experience. There are some certain levels, starting with the level 1 QFD. Level 1 QFD, level 2 QFD, level 3 and level 4, that we will go through afterwards when we are discussing about the house of quality. In the coming diagrams, coming slides, the house of quality demonstrates the relationship between the customer wants and the design parameters or house. The matrix is data intensive and allows the team to capture a large amount of information in one place. And level 2 DFT, level 2 QFD. The level 2 QFD matrix is used during the design development phase. Using the level 2 QFD, the team can discover which of the assemblies, systems, subsystems, and components have the most impact on meeting the product design requirements and identify key design characteristics. In level 3 QFD is used during the process development phase, where we examine which of the process steps have any correlation to meeting the component or part specifications. And in level 4, it's not utilized as often as the previous 3 levels. Within the level 4 QFD matrix, the team should listen or list all the critical process or processes characteristics in the wants column on the left, and then determines the house column for assuring quality parts and produced, and list them across the top of the matrix. Okay. So in order to build the house of quality, we need to identify the customer wants, identify how the goods or service will satisfy the customer wants, planning metrics, interrelationship metrics, technical correlations or roof metrics, and technical priorities, benchmarks, and targets. This is the block diagram. So in the house of quality, we have what the customer wants, how to satisfy the customer wants, the interrelationship metrics, relationship metrics, target values, technical evaluation, weighted rating, and competitive assessments, that is competitor A and competitor B. The primary purpose of QFD and house of quality is understand the customer desires, understand the customer priorities, departmental buy-in, translate the customer desires into goals and technicalities, specify traceable requirements, provide structure, and allocate the resources. See here, for a house of quality, an example for it. Your team has been charged with designing a new camera for Great Cameras Inc. The first action is to construct a house of quality. So according to that, let us consider the priorities, let us consider the requirements. See here, they had given the first option, that is what the customer wants. It should be lightweight, it should be easy to use, reliable, easy to hold steady, and color correction. And they had given some rating. According to that, they had given some rating. 5 means it is the highest. Second, how to satisfy the customer wants by low electricity requirements, aluminum components, autofocus, auto exposure, paint palette, and ergonomic design. So that is how to satisfy the customer want. The third one, we are making the relationship metrics. So how to make the relationship metrics? See here, lightweight, when we are making the survey with the different customers, so a dotted circle give high relationship, a circle with medium relationship, etc., and a dot with low relationship. So here in this column we have dots, we have medium relationship, and we have some high relationships. How to calculate the relationship metrics? So for high relationship, the value is 5. Medium relationship, the value is 4, and low relationship, the value is 1. That means 5, 3, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 in that sense. And according to that, okay, before that, let us discuss about the interrelationship. So we have low electricity requirements have a relation with autofocus. Aluminum components have no relations. Autofocus is having relations with the auto exposure as well as paint palette, etc. So in The relationship metrics. See here we got our important rating, that is 22. How we got 22? 3 into 1 plus 4 into 1 plus 5 into 3. So this value gives 3. So 3 into 5, 15. 4 into 1, 4 plus 3 into 1, 3. So 3 plus 4, 7. 7 plus 15, which is 22. And second, we have 9. So 3 into 3, that is 9. Next 27. 4 into 3, 12. And 5 into 3, 15. 15 plus 12, 27. And again 27. Next 4 into 3, 12 plus 5 into 3, 15 plus 1 into 5, that is 32, etc. And then we are making the comparison, that is analysis of our competitors. Company A, G stands for good, F stands for fair, and P stands for poor. So each one, lightweight, which is good for company A, poor for company B, easy to use, good for company A, poor for company G, reliable, fair for company A, and good for company B, etc. And according to these relationships, so when we are making the final house of quality, it will look like this. So this is the total house of quality. So benefits: reduced time to market, reduction in design changes, decreased design and manufacturing cost, improved quality, and increased customer satisfaction. So some other benefits are a systematic way of obtaining information and present it, shorter product development cycle, considerably reduced startup cost, fewer engineering changes, reduced chance to overnights during design process, and environment of teamwork, conscientious decision. Everything is preserved in writing. It facilitates identification of the causes of customer complaints and make it easier to take prompt remedial action. It is a useful tool for improving product quality. It is useful tool for competitive analysis of product quality. It is stabilizes quality. It cuts on rejects and rework at the production sites. It reduces or decreases the claims sustainability, and marketing benefits are obtained by identifying the sales point. That's all in part 7. Hopes you like the video. If you are having any queries, please write to me to the mail ID given in part 1. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel for continuous support. Thank you. Thank you for listening.